Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about Unfortunate Love was how Malishka tried to break Lakshmi's fast by putting food essence in her mouth, and then to complete their plans, Sonia goes to tell Neelam that Lakshmi has eaten and she has broken her fast. So let's continue from there. Rishi and Lakshmi are in the room. Rishi asks Lakshmi not to keep the fast and says what will happen with this fast. He asks if he would have to die if Lakshmi did not complete the fast. Lakshmi shouted, asking Rishi not to say that he would die again, and says I will keep this fast anyhow. Sonia comes there and claps. She tells Rishi that Malishka had eaten a bit of cake last year and Rishi did not let her keep fast for him this year, even though she loves him so much. Sonia says to Rishi that Lakshmi ate you and that is why she has broken her fast. Rishi asks Sonia not to cross her limit and says Lakshmi cannot break her fast. Lakshmi fainted because she did not eat or drink anything. Sonia asks Rishi to smell Lakshmi's hand. Rishi says I trust Lakshmi. Lakshmi smells her hand. Sonia asks if Lakshmi smelt the food in her hand, which means that Lakshmi had eaten food. Rishi says to Sonia that Lakshmi makes food in the kitchen and that is why the food smell might be coming from her hand. So that doesn't mean that Lakshmi had eaten food. Sonia says if Lakshmi has broken the fast, then something would happen to Rishi. Malishka says nothing would happen to Rishi because she has the holy thread here and she tries to tie the thread to Rishi's hand and Rishi tries to stop her. Malishka says to Rishi that Lakshmi did not keep fast for you and says you will be harmed. Lakshmi says nothing would happen to Rishi because I haven't broken my fast. Rishi says this sacred thread is a blind faith and he trusts Lakshmi. He says if I let you tie this thread on my hand, then it will prove that I don't trust Lakshmi and that Lakshmi has broken the fast, which is not true, and he refused to let Malishka tie the thread on his hand. Rishi tells Lakshmi that he doesn't care if they stay together or not, or if he is alive or not, and he would always trust Lakshmi, and Malishka and Sonia are shocked. Later, Sonia and Malishka argue. Rishi says he will not tolerate them and he asks them to leave. Sonia goes, but Malishka is still standing. Malishka says to Rishi that I will tie this thread on you anyhow, because your life is very precious to me. Rishi refused to get the thread tied to his hand, and he takes Malishka outside. Lakshmi thinks that this is all happening because Rishi cares for her and she have to keep the fast and she have to have strength for Rishi. Grandma says to Neelam that every time that Lakshmi is blamed, then she proves to be right. Neelam says Lakshmi is behind us to destroy our lives. Grandma says Lakshmi has saved Rishi many times. Neelam says we have been facing problems since Lakshmi came here and says everything was fine and everyone were happy before Lakshmi came. Grandma asks Neelam that what can she say? She asks that how much happiness do they have before Lakshmi came to their house. Grandma says that Lakshmi brought the ultimate happiness and Neelam is shocked and she argues with Grandma. Karishma says Lakshmi has broken the fast. Grandma says Rishi said that it was his plate of food, so what else do you want? Sonia comes there and says one day Lakshmi will separate Rishi from us. Neelam says she will not bear anything silently. She asks that who is Lakshmi. She says she will not let this happen. She says she has decided not to give any chance to Lakshmi. She says that girl should leave. I will throw her out of the house and she cannot even think of returning this time. Grandma says to Neelam that you cannot throw Lakshmi out of the house. Neelam says who will stop me? Grandma says I will stop you. She says what you are doing is wrong. Neelam says I am doing the right thing. I have to throw Lakshmi out of the house. She says to Grandma that I don't want to insult you and that is why I am requesting you not to come in between Lakshmi and me. Neelam says to Grandma that I am your daughter-in-law and you are going against me for Lakshmi and you are supporting the wrongdoer. Grandma says I am supporting the truth and I am against the wrong. Neelam says you think that Lakshmi is right and I am wrong? That girl is inauspicious and she is playing with my son's life and she asks Grandma to decide between Lakshmi and her. Malishka asks Rishi to see himself and says you are trapped and you talk in Lakshmi's language. Rishi says you say that you love me. Malishka says should I write it and give it to you? Rishi asks if Malishka will talk to him this way, whom she loves. He says I can hear anything about me, but I will not hear anything against Lakshmi. Malishka asks Rishi if he loves Lakshmi and she shouted in anger. Sonia asks that what is mom doing? Kiran says Neelam should have done this before. Sonia says mom shouldn't have done this. Neelam thinks that grandma did not leave anyway for her. She thinks that I am doing this for your grandson. Grandma says I moved away from you because I want both of my daughter-in-law and says there is one person who can stop her. Karishma tells Sonia that no drama can happen. Nobody can stand in front of Neelam. She says Lakshmi will leave the house today, and Kiran says Malishka will then come to the house. Lakshmi thinks that if Rishi take my side, then he will be blamed by his mom. Malishka asks Rishi if she should reply, and Rishi says that her reply is too much. Malishka says to Rishi that Lakshmi made you a betrayer and a cheater like her, and that is why you are planning to dump me. She says you had promised to be mine and love me always, but I see hatred in your eyes for me. She asks if this is Rishi's love for her. Rishi asks her not to say anything today and says that this is husband and wife's day, and so let it be. Rishi says to Malishka that I am Lakshmi's husband and I will not let anything happen to Lakshmi. He says he will do his husband duty always and says I hope that you will not come between us. Else, Malishka interrupts and asks what? Rishi says I have to lock you in the room and Malishka cries. Lakshmi comes there and calls Malishka. Malishka wipes her tears and asks what did you do? She checks Lakshmi's hand and eyes, asking if Lakshmi has done magic on Rishi. She asks what is in you? You have nothing. You are zero. Lakshmi asks do you know what is zero? And says if 0 is added to 1, then it becomes 10, 1,000, millions, etc. She says yes, I am nothing, but still I am everything. Lakshmi says to Malishka that you made Rishi say these things to you, and she asks her not to come between husband and wife. Malishka says it is you who have come between Rishi and me. Lakshmi says me and Rishi are together, and she asks Malishka to look at herself and says you might lose the relationship that is left if you continue like this. Lakshmi asks Malishka to stop her cheap doings so that she can always have the opportunity to still come to the Obrey's house, else she will lose the opportunity completely. Lakshmi says Rishi can be your friend but not your husband because he is my husband. Malishka says Rishi is your husband but until when? She says she will soon be my husband and then I will tell these punchlines to you. Lakshmi shows Malishka a wedding necklace and says you don't know the power of my wedding necklace. Malishka says I will say these lines when I also wear this wedding necklace for Rishi very soon. Lakshmi says if that day will come or not, only God knows, because it was the same God who made Rishi as my husband. Lakshmi says to Malishka that don't keep your eyesight on my wedding necklace and says if it was meant for you, then it wouldn't have come to me, and says now it will not go away from me because it is mine for many life. Malishka checks her neck and she finds it empty and Lakshmi goes away from there. Ranu asks Bani that where is Lakshmi? She says we should go and meet her. Karishma and Kiran comes there. Ranu asks that how is Lakshmi? Karishma says Lakshmi and says that she has never seen a brilliant actor like her. She says she did not see such a woman who lies well like Lakshmi. Ranu says that Lakshmi never lies and if Lakshmi does any mistake, then she has the courage to accept it. Ranu praises Lakshmi's values that was given to her by her father. Bani also takes Lakshmi's side. Sonia asks Karishma to tell them Neelam's decision. Karishma tells them that Lakshmi will be thrown out of the house today and she will be separated from her husband. Karishma says to Ranu that now, Lakshmi's truth is in front of everyone. She says so please, take Lakshmi with you. She says we don't need to bear that inauspicious girl anymore. Ranu asks how dare you? Karishma says Lakshmi has defamed us so much, you should take her away from here silently. Ranu shouted at Karishma and Kiran says this is not your house that you are shouting, and they ask Ranu to take Lakshmi away and Karishma and Kiran goes inside. Ranu tells Bani that Malishka and her mother stay here always and then Kiran is still scolding us and says I feel like scolding her a lot. Neelam comes to Lakshmi's room and packs her clothes in the bag. Virendra comes there and asks that what is she doing? Neelam says she has decided to throw Lakshmi out of the house. Virendra asks if Neelam wants to hurt her son. Neelam says Lakshmi has broken the customs and the rituals of the Kabachot fast, so she cannot stay here anymore. Virendra says to Neelam that he will not hear anything against Lakshmi because he trusts Lakshmi and her values. Neelam asks, didn't you trust me? Virendra says, yeah, the difference is between right and wrong. Neelam says the wrong thing happened in the house after Lakshmi came, the way you talk to me, and this is the big reason why my hatred for Lakshmi increased. Virendra says to Neelam that look at yourself, you were not like this before. He asks her to give love to Lakshmi because she has kept fast for her son. He tells her that if God has given powers to mothers, then he has given power to a wife too, who can bring her husband back from death. He says Lakshmi has saved your son always, and says now he is relieved that Lakshmi would handle this house, and he leaves from there. Neelam thinks that even today, Virendra is thinking about Lakshmi. Even I have kept fast for him, but yet he is thinking about Lakshmi. Neelam says that I am doing this for my son and for his happiness, and says Lakshmi has done magic on everyone. The other priestess comes there and tells them that Kapana, the priestess, has gone for some work, so I have to complete the ritual. The ladies ask if the puja would happen or not. Grandma brings Lakshmi there. Neelam also comes there. Karishma asks Neelam that why did she not throw Lakshmi out like she said. Kiran asks if Neelam would throw Lakshmi out after the puja, and Neelam asks them to wait and watch, and says Lakshmi will not do any puja during this ritual. Virendra wishes to have a happy family and children with Lakshmi. He thinks that Lakshmi might be looking beautiful in a red cloth, and he thinks to go and see. But then, he thinks that the police will kill him if he gets caught, and he tosses the coin to know if he should go and see Lakshmi or not. Barney asks Rano that what is happening because Karishma said something, and Neelam is asking Lakshmi not to sit for the puja. Rano says she couldn't understand. Neelam tells Lakshmi that she cannot sit for the puja because she has broken the fast, the custom and the rituals of the Kavachot fast by eating food before it is time. Grandma says Lakshmi has done the fast like you. Neelam says I will not bear to see you comparing me with this girl, and she asks Lakshmi not to sit for the puja. Lakshmi tells Grandma that there can be no comparison between mother and daughter, and says I did not break my fast. Neelam says she doesn't want to hear anything. Rishi says Lakshmi has kept the fast faithfully so she can do the puja, but Neelam gets angry and announces that the puja would happen only if Lakshmi leaves from there. Neelam tells the ladies that Lakshmi has broken the fast and she doesn't want injustice to happen with them, so they would all go to the temple and do the puja. Lakshmi stops Neelam and says she would go away, and she asks them to do the puja there. Lakshmi is about to go, but Rishi stops Lakshmi and asks that why didn't you fight back, and Lakshmi says that she cannot insult mommy in front of the guest. Malishka thinks that Lakshmi will not go now. Virendra says to Lakshmi that you have proved that this house cannot get a good daughter-in-law than you, and Lakshmi and Rishi leave. Virendra tells Neelam that she has done an inauspicious thing today, and she did not let the daughter-in-law of the house do the puja, but he says that he has done an auspicious thing by stopping Lakshmi from going away from the house. Virendra says to Neelam that Lakshmi went away from here so that your respect doesn't get lower in front of everyone, but you did not leave any chance to insult Lakshmi. Lakshmi goes to her room and she cries, but she wipes her tears seeing Rishi. Rishi asks if Lakshmi is fine. Lakshmi nods her head and says I will be fine if I do the puja. She asks if they can go to the temple and do the puja, and Rishi says yes. Ayu says to Lakshmi and Rishi that I will drop you guys to the temple. Lakshmi says not now. We will go to the temple after everyone complete their puja. We will go and do our own puja later because it doesn't look good to go out in front of everyone. Rishi asks why. Lakshmi says mommy asked me not to do the puja, so we should not go in front of everyone. Rishi says to Lakshmi that you are the typical Lakshmi who thinks about others before herself, and he asks her not to let tears come out of her eyes. He calls her a Mumbai girl, but Lakshmi says that she is a Punjabi lion. Rishi says no, you are naughty too, and Lakshmi and Ayush laughs. Rano sit for the puja. Bani asks Rano if she should go to Lakshmi, but Rano asks her that why. Rishi is with her and she asks Bani to sit. Grandma thinks if she should go to Lakshmi, she gets up to go, but Neelam stops her and asks, what do you need? Grandma says you cannot give me what I want even if I ask you. Neelam says I understand, and she asks Grandma to sit, and Grandma sits again without any choice. Who says money is not good? Money is definitely good, because Virendra became rich because of Neelam's father. Now even Grandma, who is Virendra's mother, cannot say no to Neelam. Imagine. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and share it, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.